Okay, I'm going to make a really quick video this afternoon demonstrating how to calculate percentage change between two different costs. In this case, cost, but you could really calculate percent change between any two numbers. For this example, we're going to imagine that one of us is buying a bike, and this bike originally cost $750. So it's a really nice bike, right? $750. I don't know if you can see that really well. So $750 bicycle. And the bike, this is cost one, the original cost. We're going to call that cost one. And then cost two is the sale price. Cost two is the sale price. And the bike is on sale for $675. And we're trying to calculate what the percent difference is in these two prices. And the formula you can use for that is to take cost 1, call that C1, and subtract that from C2. So we're finding the difference between the original cost and the new cost. Divide that by the absolute value of cost 1. And then you're going to multiply that by 100. Now the reason we're multiplying by the 100 here is because over here on this side of the equation, we're going to end up, once we calculate this all out and find this difference and divide it by our original cost, we're going to end up with a decimal. In some cases that decimal will be less than 1. In some cases that decimal will be greater than 1. If it's greater than 1, then the percent change is greater than 100%. In this case, we're going to get a decimal that is less than 1. But multiplying by 100 will then give us our percentage. So I'm just going to highlight that to remind us that multiplying by 100 there is going to be the action that's going to deliver us the percentage we're looking for, the percentage in the cost, the percent change. So 750 minus 675. 750 is cost 1 minus 675 equals 75. And so now I've completed this calculation. So now it's 75 over cost 1, which was 750. Times 100. So I have not dealt with this side of the equation yet. That's okay. Or, sorry, this side of the expression yet. And that's all right. I'll get to it. But right now we want to work our way left to right. So 75 divided by 750. In other words, how many times does 750, that quantity, fit into 75? Well, obviously it's not going to fit in even one time. But they are suspiciously similar, aren't they? 75 is 10 times less than 750. So some of you may already understand what the percentage is, but let's just continue this. So completing this division, it would look something like, how many times does 750, the denominator, fit into our numerator 75? Well, 750 doesn't fit into 7, it doesn't fit into 75, but it does fit into 750. It fits in one time. So this whole expression, 75 over 750, when divided, gets you the decimal 0.1, or 0.1. So now we're left with 0.1 times 100. So this is that decimal that I was talking about earlier. This whole expression simplifies down to the decimal 0.1, and we can read that simply as 1/10. So if we just multiply 0.1 times 100, and most of you are probably doing that in your head, I'm just going to go ahead and do it out for those of you who are still working at multiplication of decimals. We're going to multiply like we normally would, so 1 times anything is itself, the identity property multiplication. So 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 0 is 0, and 1 times 1 is 1. And then we just have 3 zeros here. 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 0 is 0, and 0 times 1 is 0. Add those all up. And then I have one decimal place here, so I'm just going to move that decimal over one spot. And when I read this number 010.0, that 0 is of no consequence. And so the number I have here is 10. 10%. So the percent change from the original cost of $750, whoops, up here, $750 to $675 is a total change of $75, which we now can see easily is 10% of the original cost. This will work with where the quantity is less than and the price increases. It will work just as well. So you're just looking for the difference between the two values, dividing it by the original cost, multiplying by 100, and that will give you your percent change. In this case, this is a decrease in price of 10%.